Hello, this video looks at how to get the most out of CollectionsIndex term records by utilising the use for and alternative terms fields. For example, imagine you're trying to run a search. Let's search on object name. And we know that we've got lots of model ships in our collection. So we're going to search for object name is ship. But as I'm filtering my object name terminology there, nothing is coming up with ship, which can be quite frustrating. Turns out all of our ships are actually using the term boat because we've decided that's our preferred term. However, that's not very helpful for someone coming in wanting to search for term ship. And this is where the idea of a use for term can be really useful. So from here, I'm going to navigate to my terminologies, which is in the authority section of the menu. And I'm going to access the object name terminology. And we can use the find term box to find that term boat. And there it is. And I'm now looking at the term record for the term boat. So how can we use the use for field to help us search ships and help anyone going in with the word ship to be guided in the right direction? Well, what we can do is add ship as a use for term down here. So I'm going to click on add, go to type in ship, press enter, and now that's been added to our term record. If I scroll down, you can see we've also got alternative term down here. Now this, rather than for kind of synonyms, which is kind of used for, alternative term is more for adding things like plural or singular versions of a term. So for example, maybe I will add boats as the kind of alternative plural version. And we can use this type field to just describe what type of alternative term this is. And I'll save my changes to that term. So let's go back to our search and see what difference this has made. So heading back to an object search, let's try the same search again. So I'm going to be searching on object name is, and this is going to bring up our terminology that we can filter. Obviously, if I type in boat, I will get the term boat. That is the preferred term. But now that I've set ship as one of our use for terms, if I start typing in the word ship, you can see the word ship doesn't appear in this list, but boat is coming up. And so we can see as a user that we're being guided to use the term boat instead of ship. Equally, if I type in boats, you can see because that's an alternative term in the term record now, we can see the term boat is coming up. So these are great ways to guide users who might be using slightly different terms to your preferred ones to guide them into searching on the correct term. And use for terms and alternative terms are also very handy in guiding data input as well as searching. So I've come over here to an object editing form and we can see the parts section here and we can see object name, and I'm about to add a new object name for this new record. And we get to that familiar terminology that we can scroll up and down and we can type and try and search this authority. And again, if I type in boat, it will find our preferred term boat. If I type in boats, it will still point me at the term boat because that's been set as an alternative term. And if I type in ship, it will guide me to use the term boat. So have a go on your own systems, have a think about how you can improve and make these terms more useful to you in terms of data entry and searching for your users. As ever, we're always looking for new subjects to make videos about, so if you have any ideas for tutorials that would be particularly useful to you, just let us know. And if you have any questions about Collections Index systems, please do get in touch. But otherwise, that's all for now. Thank you.